Hello, my name is Ben Lovegrove and here is this week's roundup of aviation news from high altitude to below 400 feet. In this edition, the head of the US Air Force's Air Combat Command wants permission to deal with civilian drones, including shooting them down. Is your local airfield safe from developers? Devon and Cornwall and Dorset police have been the first in the UK to launch a dedicated operational drone unit. Now that you've got your pilot's license, how do you maintain momentum and keep flying? So let's get started. General James Holmes, the head of the US Air Force's Air Combat Command, would like permission to deal with civilian drones that are flying in conflict with the Air Force's aircraft and infringing the airspace around airfields. He would like his subordinates to have the authority to shoot down drones if necessary. He was recently quoted in Aviation Week describing two incidents in which civilian drones were seen flying near airbases. In one incident, the drone collided with an F-22 Raptor on final approach. In another, the airbase security personnel observed a drone crossing the perimeter and tracking down the flight line before disappearing. Obviously, this kind of illegal activity has huge implications, from both a terrorism and espionage point of view. One can only imagine that it's just a matter of time before the General is given the authority to take whatever action is necessary to deal with any intruding drone that is likely to put the lives of pilots at risk or threatens the expensive military hardware they fly. Is your local airfield safe from developers? More are under threat from housing schemes. If you check the General Aviation Awareness Council website, you will see just how many planning applications for housing and other developments there are for the UK's precious airfields. You may have seen one or two petitions in social media aimed at protecting some of these, but there are currently over 20 under threat. The benefits of airfields to the local community are many, and these plans for development would result in the permanent loss of these amenities. Apart from the obvious benefit to aviators, airfields provide employment and hold events for the local community. Many are the lungs and green spaces in what would otherwise be an unbroken urban sprawl. Solent Airport, formerly Daedalus Airfield, is a classic example. Whether you're a private pilot or a non-flyer, be sure to support your local airfield by making use of it and its facilities and events. Devon and Cornwall and Dorset police have been the first in the UK to launch a dedicated operational drone unit. The unit will now be able to deploy to take photos and video footage of a crime scene or road traffic collision without sending a National Police Air Service helicopter. The drone unit will therefore free the helicopter to proceed on to more serious crimes and other tasks that are more befitting its power and capabilities. Several police officers are trained to pilot the drones, and 40 more will be trained in the coming 12 months. They will also be adding more drones to the fleet, thus increasing their resource pool in terms of both pilots and aircraft. This is an important step forward and is likely to be adopted by other constabularies around the UK very soon. You can follow their progress on their Twitter account at Police Drones. Now that you've got your pilot's license, how do you maintain momentum and keep flying? It's a common story. You've just qualified and you take your family and friends for joyrides in the skies around your local airfield. Once that's done, there's just you, your logbook, and your ambitions, if you have any. If you don't have any additional goals, then there is a risk that you'll fly less and less until eventually you stop altogether. Many pilots stop flying within 5 years of obtaining a pilot's license, despite all the effort and commitment that went into obtaining it. What you need are fresh challenges post-PPL. There are plenty available, and you can set your own or choose further training. One option is the AOPA Wings scheme, which is designed to keep you focused on learning and maintaining your interest. The AOPA Wings is endorsed by the CAA and is split into 4 levels: bronze, silver, gold and platinum. Each level requires minimum amounts of flight time as pilot in command and additional requirements. For more information, go to the AOPA website and select the link in the menu under Flying Topics. That's all for this edition, so subscribe to my channel for the next. This was a Redspan Solutions production. Head over to redspan.com to find out how we can make internet marketing videos for your aviation business or any other type.